folks, it's the Podsquad with Kathy Morrison, Wendy Card, and yours truly, George Oliver. Thank you for joining us on New Bern Now's podcast for June 24th, 2021. This is episode number
189.
189.
All right.
Yes.
And we're connecting you with people and places and happenings in New Bern and the surrounding areas. And we want you to join the conversation by commenting on the live stream on New Bern Now's Facebook page. And we want to know what you think, because that's how we learn about each other. So let us know. And we have a great lineup today. But first, what do you
have?
got?
A contest. Yeah.
Oh, is it a limbo contest?
Yes.
You would win, George.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to do it virtually. We'll do a limbo.
Yeah.
Virtual limbo.
That would be fun. A virtual limbo contest.
Yeah.
We would all win.
I'm under the bar.
Yeah. Okay, what's the question? Okay, you ready? Name a popular toy from the 1960s that walks down the stairs.
It's that doll behind Kathy. Show him that crazy possessed doll that creeped up on you right before the podcast started.
I don't know if that's from the 60s, is it?
All I see is the Dale Evans cowboy hat.
Yeah. That
right there. 2 weeks ago, that was in the back corner of Kathy's room. When we started today, he had walked behind her and was reaching for her like that. And I'm betting that walks down the stairs, Kathy.
I don't know. I don't know what it does in the middle.
God, it's freaking me out.
In the middle of the night, who knows what old toys do, you know? You never know. This is actually a Patty Play Pal doll, also from the 60s.
Is it from the 60s? See, that's the answer. I'm sorry to ruin the contest. That's the answer. It's a toy from the 60s that walks down the stairs.
No, that's not the answer.
When you don't want it to.
That's right. When you didn't do what you were supposed to do.
Right.
That's right. You didn't clean your plate. The doll's going to come get you.
Yeah, you didn't eat your Brussels sprouts. Hey, do you guys remember the trilogy? What was it? The trilogy of there was a doll with a voodoo doll. The necklace fell off and it came alive.
Annabelle?
Was it Susan Black? What was the movie star? Black. Oh my gosh. Come on.
I don't know.
If anyone knows this, I'll give you the gift certificate to
a new contest.
Business.
So what was the movie with the doll that had a necklace that came alive with a lady named Susan Black?
It was a series. It was called something Trilogy. And one of the parts of the series was a doll. It was a voodoo doll the boyfriend brought back from whatever country he was in and gave it to the woman, and the doll fell off the bed and the necklace came off, and then the doll came alive, and then the woman ended up at the end of the movie. She had 2 knives. Her mother was knocking at the door.
What?
Honey, are you home? Like, she was checking in on her, and she's like, Mother. And the knives were going on this floor. It was freaky. And I was just a kid. Like, I was probably 7 when I saw that. It was terrifying.
Did the doll look like that Paytime Patty thing?
No, it was a little doll, a little voodoo doll, but any kind of doll kinds of freaks me out now. So, yeah.
I can understand why. Gosh. At age 7, you're watching knives and voodoo dolls?
Yeah, my babysitter, our babysitter let us watch it. I know.
Uh-oh. Did your mom find out?
No. Yeah, no, that wouldn't have been good. So I guess there's people watching right now, but they don't know what we're talking about. So
right.
You don't want to know. Okay, so what's been going on, you guys? George,
what you been up to, Kathy?
Kind of in between stuff at the moment. We had a really neat turnout for the Juneteenth stuff and the dedicating all of the signage for the African American Heritage Trail stuff. And the folks who put that all of the Juneteenth stuff together did a great job. And so it's one of those things that next year it's going to be even bigger and better. The historical societies, I'm working on getting together their learning series again. Since we didn't do it all during COVID. And so we're working on putting that together and hoping to have something coming up in August. So I'll be able to tell you when we get that firmed up. And, the city's coming up on the 4th of July and that, next week is July, guys.
Wow. That's amazing. Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
George, what are you doing?
Getting ready for a play. New Bern Civic Theater is putting on the complete works of William Shakespeare Abridged. I'm one of the cast members of that. And so we've been practicing Tuesdays and Thursdays, getting ready for that. Goes up in August. I want to say the 13th is the first weekend, 2 weekends.
Mm-hmm.
So that's coming up really before you know it. Like you mentioned, next week being July, we got some work to do.
Yeah.
Get that going. It's
Now,
a lot of fun.
Do you have to gain weight or anything for that, your character?
Oh no, I just choose to gain weight. That's not that's a personal life choice. No, it's an interesting show because there's three people in the cast and we played lots of different roles. And the show in an hour and a half covers every one of William Shakespeare's works in an hour and a half. So it's very fast paced and lots of different funny things happening. So it's kind of a silly madcap kind of show with a couple of serious moments in it, but really not. Just kind of runs really fast through all of that. Even all the sonnets, all the sonnets get covered, and there's like 100 or something, plus 37 plays in an hour and a half. I know.
Yeah, you move
fast. So that's cool. New Bern Civic Theater is also doing their children's showcase or their theater camp. And so there'll be a showcase for that this weekend, I think on Sunday. They've been working hard on that. That's pretty cool. New Bern Civic Theater is getting a new AC. The AC is being replaced second week of July. So that's really exciting. Had a lot of good support from the community and different government grants and things to make that happen.
Sachs Bradbury's coming up too, aren't they?
Which one?
The Sachs Bradbury Players Week.
Yes, that's in July. That's right.
You mentioned that one, Dad.
Starts the 9th. Yeah, starts the 9th, runs for 2 weekends, and Abigail's directing that. That's right. That's really cool. We had a lot of kids in our house for a week while they practiced for that, and they're coming back in about a week for the week before the show starts. So we'll have a house full of drama kids again, which is really fun. A lot of Abigail's buddies.
I just did the playbill for them, and the bios of those kids is amazing. I mean, yes. We are very fortunate this year. It's always a lot of talent with our teens. Abigail opened it up to some of her the recent graduates of the University of School of the Arts high school program, and so some of them are helping. One of her friends is the musical director. He's a voice major over at UNCSA, and then there are 3 from the drama. Her drama ensemble from the high school group that are coming also. And then we have great talent from New Bern as well. So it's a really cool blending and mix of those kids. And it'll be interesting to see what they come up with. Yeah. Very cool.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
What's Wendy doing?
I think I'm going to go fishing this weekend.
Looks like it behind you there.
Yeah. If the keys are missing, going fishing. So
the keys are missing. They're not there.
Yeah. They're inside the box.
Oh, that makes more sense. Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, there's also areas where you can hook them on there. So yeah.
And what's the other painting there beside the fish?
My sister did that. That's Allegheny State Park in the southern tier of Western New York. So it's nice and cool. Well, I don't know how cool it is right now, but it's just beautiful. It's an untouched state park that I've been going to ever since my sisters, who are, my eldest one is 14 years older than me, and it's been untouched for years and years and years. So I love seeing a state park that is not commercialized, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where are you going fishing this weekend?
Probably about a mile up the road from my house.
Oh.
So yeah, there's bass and alligator gar and perch, and I don't know what this other fish is called. I've never seen.
What do you do with alligator gar?
I'd put it back.
You scream.
They got sharp teeth. Actually, they're not alligator gar, they're gar. They've got really pointy
Like a
teeth.
long-nosed gar?
Long nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. The alligator gar are the ones up in the Potomac River. Yeah, because we would be fishing in the river in the Potomac, and these green little eels, they're like this long, and they climb up they'll get on your hook, and then they'll just climb up your pole, and it's like, oh my God.
Whoa.
You're trying to swing the eel like off. You don't want to hurt them, but it's like, don't touch me.
I went fishing with my 5-year-old nephew last week when they were in town, and we didn't catch anything or have any bites, but somebody caught an eel out there in front of the house.
Really?
It was pretty big. I mean, it was a good size.
Like a dark eel or a green one?
Yes. Yeah. It looked dark
Wow.
from across the street. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't eat eels, do we?
Yeah.
They do.
Well, not the green ones, but the dark ones. Or I've had them over in Japan.
Yeah. They call it unyagi.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
So what else? Yeah, actually, I was over at Lawson Creek the other day, and I'm looking for an elusive alligator. You know, they have the signs that say alligator, caution, alligator.
Mhm.
I could have sworn I saw him the other day, a couple of weeks ago. So I keep going back. And every time I bring like the tripod, because the first time I just had my phone, and I thought I saw it it just didn't register on the phone. So I had the tripod. So I'm sitting there in 90-degree weather, I should be working. And it's like, I gotta get a picture of this alligator right now. I just kept going back. I've been back there probably 5 or 6 times. So it's good that it gets me out of the house and just back to nature for a few minutes. But I end up like in a real high state of, I'm really alert. So it's like you're kind of stressing yourself out in that way. So it's not really enjoyable if you think about it, because you're let down.
Yeah. My sister wanted to swim while she was here, and she kept asking, where can we go swimming? And I said, I don't know. You can go out, you got paddle boards and kayaks, you can go out there. I said, nobody really swims out in the Neuse though, like just swims. I don't know. And so she went on her own and went to Lawson Creek Park. And she said, she got back, she said, we found a good place to swim. And she told me where. And I said, I think that's where the alligators are. I said, did you see anybody else swimming? She said, no. I said, I think there's alligators in there. I don't think you should do that again. Yeah.
Well, honestly, Katie Langley Hunt, the Lower Neuse Riverkeeper, is it Langley Hunt or Hunt Langley? I think it's Langley Hunt. She was on during our Earth Day show, and I asked her, because she's from Louisiana, so she knows all about alligators, and she knows the Neuse and the tributaries. And I said, is that something that we really should be concerned about? And she said that, just be alert, just like you would be if you go in the woods and there's a bear, be aware. Don't be afraid, be aware that, and she says the alligators, they're more afraid of us than we are of them. So, and people swim, they put out a swim guide every Friday. I think it's around between 2 and 4 afternoon. They test the water for E. coli and different kind of bacteria. So so where you can swim or recreate, fish and stuff. So that's a great service that they provide. And thank you, Sound Rivers, for doing that, because people love, the water. That's a huge draw to our community. So
my sister had found that website, and that's why she went there. But I said, the E. coli may be low, but did they mention alligators? And said that site didn't mention alligators. So,
well, if Katie, she's like, she's been out. I mean, they go out all the time, testing different things, and they're not prevalent like you think. Yeah. You see a sign that's like, oh my gosh, alligators. No, there's nothing to be worried about. So, yeah. at least that's how I feel, since that's what she told me. So made me feel better. And we have a participant in the waiting room.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Is that Catherine?
Do we have Katherine Clowers?
Let's see.
Let's see who we got.
Yes, we do.
All right, Catherine's the director of the Craven-Pamlico Regional Library. And she's got a really neat thing to tell us about.
She's got a lot of neat things probably to tell us about, but yeah, I met her during Juneteenth, and that was just, they're doing some great things at the libraries, well, the different libraries in Craven and Pamlico County. So let's see. There you
Hello,
are.
thank you for having me today.
Thank
hello.
you for joining
Hey.
us.
I also have with me my finance officer. He is also what is the correct term for the Eagle Scout you're working with?
I'm the project beneficiary representative.
He's the project beneficiary representative who assisted us with our new outreach program that I'm going to tell you about.
Hi, Ken. It's Ken, right? Ken.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Thank you for informing us of everything that's going on. So this is wonderful. Yeah. So
Ken, you're the finance director for the library?
Yeah, finance officer, yes.
You're the guy that's responsible for collecting all the late fees.
He just deposits them in the bank.
There you go.
He's the Eagle Scout connector.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
that's right.
Yes, ma'am. He
Very
is.
good.
All right.
All right. So would you like me just to go ahead and tell them about our outreach vehicle?
that would be
Wendy?
fantastic.
Okay,
Yeah.
wonderful. So we were very lucky. We had an Eagle Scout.
Life Scout.
What?
Life Scout.
Life Scout.
He's not Eagle yet.
Well,
Oh.
you can explain. You explain that. And he approached us about doing a project with the Craven-Pamlico Regional Library. And he basically asked, what do you want? What is your dream? And I looked at him and I said, I want a bookmobile. And he said, I don't know if I can do that. But then we met with Ken and we came up with all these neat ideas to turn our courier vehicle, where we deliver books between libraries, into a book tech mobile so that we can go out into the community. We can offer internet access to people with our hotspots that we put in there. We offer computers. We can circulate books. Because as you know, with the pandemic, it's requiring that we go outside our walls, that we reach other people. And then also with the pandemic, there's a big digital gap of individuals who don't have internet access. So we wanted to provide that. So under Ken's guidance, the Eagle Scout did a fundraiser, and the Friends of New Bern Library, the Friends of Pamlico, Cove City, and Havelock all donated. But he also raised, I think, about 1,700 funds and private donations to outfit this van. The hotspots actually have an extender now, and which auto association supported us?
Basically, Riverside Auto Group. The gentleman who runs the parts and service, Tom Mertis, he's an Eagle Scout parent because his son's an Eagle Scout and he's there as well. They volunteered their time as long as we bought.
And labor.
Yeah, their time and labor as long as we bought the parts, and they discounted the parts too. It's just been waiting on delivery with everything going on.
Yeah.
That gas crunch messed up some of the deliveries, so
So we had it partially finished when we were at Juneteenth, which was wonderful, by the way. We spoke to over 100 people with the van. We circulated 40 something books, and we gave out, I think it was 37 library cards, I was told.
Wow.
Yeah, so we were very excited. And then what we did, because some of the people who didn't have library cards weren't in the area, they didn't know how to return their books. So we gave them pre-stamped envelopes so that they could return their books in the mail. And we told them all, if you have need for more books, because most of them were children, just write a little note in there to Miss Kat or Miss Lydia or Miss Ken, and we will send you more books. So we're doing that also, trying to reach into our community and get those children reading during the summer. But if you can come to the library, we also have summer reading programs going on. And those summer reading programs are at all 5 of our locations. We have it in Cove City, Vanceboro, Bayboro, Havelock, and then here in New Bern. But the outreach vehicle is amazing. We expect to be able to reach into the community, and the cost is a minimal compared to actually buying a bookmobile, which would be at least $300,000. Which,
Wow.
yeah, just to buy
Jeez.
it. And then to operate a bookmobile, because how big and encumbered it is a couple $100,000 a year. So we are supporting this van with, a minimal of $10,000 with staff volunteering and other volunteers going in to get it around in the community.
And it's
Wow.
tech. It's a
Yes,
book
it is tech.
mobile. It's incredible because I've heard, I don't know what's going on. I really need to read more about the MetroNet thing. The city's trying to bring
Yes.
internet to New Bern, although we have Suddenlink. So I'm kind of confused. But the thing is, you are bringing internet to Cove City and Harlow and different pockets in Craven County and, throughout New Bern.
Yes, ma'am.
To people, and it reaches what, 1.5 mile radius? But
It's up to a mile depending on the environment around it. If there's a lot of tall buildings, it won't go as far, obviously, but because we're low. But yes, we are doing that. We're very excited about that. As you know, also all our libraries have our internet, our Wi-Fi access turned on 24 hours a day. So you can actually park outside our libraries and access Wi-Fi 24 hours a day so that people can come and utilize it. But this bookmobile is going to just open up new partnerships, relationships with our community. We're very excited. We're very thankful that the Eagle Scouts, our Eagle Scout, his name is
Logan
Tibbetts, has stepped up to do that for us. And then we also had another scout step up, and she is actually, because the cell phone providers aren't, how could I say, the connectivity is not great in all the locations. So she's raising money to put a satellite on the van so that we can offer in the locations that Wi-Fi through the cell phone providers isn't accessible. We'll be able to do it through satellite.
That's just amazing. I'm just like, this is the best news. This is a great story.
Now,
Well,
will you do a regular schedule, like a certain day in a certain place? And
Yes, ma'am. We've already had, I think Vandermeer and Pamlico County has already contacted us. Harlow, I think in Havelock areas contacted us. And obviously, some areas are close to us, but we're still going to go there because there's people there and they just don't have the transportation or they just haven't been introduced to us. So this will also be our pathway to let people be aware of what we have and what they can utilize.
Yeah, this is wonderful. And you also have tales, talks and tales or tales.
Yes, that's our summer reading program. It's
Okay.
tales and then tales like animal tales. And
Gotcha.
Yep, and it's for all ages. We have moms reading to their pregnant bellies, and we have adults in their 80s and 90s participating. So anybody in our community can participate. And what you do is you keep up with your time, or you can attend all the wonderful programs we have. You just visit our website, mycprl.org, and you can see all the great programs. And then you turn in your reading log by July 31st, and we draw for prizes. We have Kindle Fires, we have Amazon cards. One of our local stables is donating writing lessons as one of our prizes
Wow.
for the kids. So we're very excited about that program too. And the children's librarians are just thrilled to have kids back in the library because we're doing in-person and virtual program. And they just love having those kids. New Bern had over 80 children show up for their first story time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's
They were
wonderful.
ready. Gosh.
Yes, ma'am. Cove City have 42 children show up for one of their summer reading programs. That's about their average. Havelock's in the 20s. Pamlico's in the 20s. I mean, it's one of our best attendance ever. So I think it's not just us excited about the library being open.
Kat, I was there a couple of days ago with my son, and it looks like masks are still recommended. Is
Well,
something people should be aware of?
We do recommend masks. We as we're working with children, so per the mandate, the staff has to wear the mask.
Okay. Okay.
If the public doesn't wear the mask, we don't require it.
Okay. But do you recommend that if people come to story time to plan ahead with
yes,
that?
we are recommending that at story time, and we're also doing distancing in story time. So we have a big auditorium here at New Bern. At Pamlico, they're actually doing programs during closed hours so they can utilize the whole library. And I think some of the other libraries are doing that too. Thank you for pointing that out.
Sure.
Is the mentoring program you mentioned, is that connected with the bookmobile, or is that something you regularly do?
That's something we regularly do. We have programs at all the libraries, usually on a weekly basis for all ages. If you visit our website, it's mycprl.org, you'll find all kinds of events happening, as well as all our resources. But the book Techmobile is just a big step forward for us. We're just very excited. We've been wanting one of those for years. So
another thing that I noticed recently, my son had lost his library card, so we went and got another one. And so when he checks out books, I get notices of it, or if they're on hold and they come in. And the last time he checked out a book, it told me how much money he had saved, or I had saved, by him checking out books so far. And that was pretty neat as a parent. So I had not noticed that before. I don't know if that was a new feature, but that's kind of cool to see, that he's reading a lot, but also, we're not having to buy him books. So
you're saving money. That's right.
Yeah.
That's
so
right.
you were here Monday or Tuesday?
Yes, we came in and I had
Up
all
front.
it was probably, maybe it was Sunday. I don't know. I had my my sisters were in town and their kids, and they all came through just looking around, and he was trying to find a very specific book that he remembered reading when he was in 6th grade, and he was trying to remember what it was. That's what
I was up
Yeah.
front. when
he found it. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, even our finance officer works the front desk. We all sub out and help each other.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions about our Techmobile, bookmobile, or about the programs, or is there anyone in the community that might have questions?
Is anyone watching that has questions? Anybody? If we do get some, I'll definitely let you know, but I can't. Now the 2 Life Scouts, Ken, can you clarify, they're Life Scouts that are applying for Eagle Scouts, or are they Eagle Scouts?
Life Scouts, and both of these are going to be their Eagle projects. Logan's was approved, and of course now is almost finished. He's doing paperwork. Erica Smith, the other Life Scout, she's in Troop 219. She still has to apply to the local council to get it approved. But our board here already approved for her to, go ahead and do the satellite portion. And then possibly, we can, add anything else that we find when we get this thing out there using the Wi-Fi with cell services. If there's something else we need, we can probably roll that in as an add-on on her project if she wants. And if she's got if they, have the funds for it.
In Riverside, when we went to them with our ideas, he actually recommended putting in a solar charging unit in there so that we can keep charging our hotspots and any other equipment that we have while we're out in the community. And also that enables us when, if we're hit by a hurricane or another natural disaster, we can go into areas, offer assistance, either virtual, with internet access, or even in some cases, we might have to charge life assisting equipment for people to help them out.
Yeah, that's just, it's just incredible, this vehicle, and for 2 young adults to come up with these great ideas, that's just, I think that's the most very inspiring, at least.
It does.
Yeah,
I was going to say that it reflects on our community here, how much our community and our young adults believe in our community and want to support it. And that's amazing that we have that sense of unity and in our population in Craven and Pamlico County.
Yes.
Also, the car dealership that helped out. That's
yes,
really cool.
Riverside was wonderful
Riverside.
about assisting with us, and we are so thankful, because it would have been much more expensive.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Well, Kat and Ken, we can't thank you enough for joining us today. We know you have a lot on your plate, but this is just such a awesome story, and everything that you're doing at the library. You have to check out the CP. Can you say the name of
It's
your?
mycprl.org.
Okay. Yes. So check out the library, because there's all kinds of great resources on your website. And it's just, thank you for everything you're doing.
No,
Well,
thank you.
Good to
So
see
if
you
any
again.
organizations want us to come by and have our book tech mobile, just give us a call. We'll arrange it.
Okay. What's your number?
It is 252-638-7812.
All right. Fantastic. Well, thank you, Kat and Ken, and y'all
Thank you
have
for
a
having us.
great day, and come on back when you have an update. So,
Yes,
all
ma'am.
right. All right. Thank you.
Thank
See you
you.
guys.
See you later.
See ya.
Story.
Wow. That was wonderful.
Mhm. Yeah, when you think of, when you look at the world and all the stuff going on, you start saying, my gosh, what in the world's going on? And then you're looking to see the things that these young adults, these teens are doing in all these different projects. You think, we're okay.
Yes.
We are.
When I saw them, and I learned more about that project, it was just really cool. We need good stories like that. So yeah.
It's kind of amazing to think about a bookmobile costing $300,000. What
Mhm.
is that? Is that like a big bus? Maybe like
Must be a big
lots of.
van thing.
I think it's like that little red bookmobile. I don't think it's one of those big buses. It's just, here these kids come up with these young adults come up with this idea, innovative idea to, just do it without spending crazy amounts of money. It's just, it's cool.
And
So,
they go out and make it happen.
yeah, and they took the action, and it's happening with the help of the community and the friends of the library and all these different areas. So yeah, it does take a village. So
It does. Have
and
you got somebody else in your village there?
we do, but before we get started, let's say the contest again. You ready? Name a popular
Yes. Well,
Name a popular toy from the 60s that walks down the stairs.
and haunts your attic space. Your frog.
My frog.
Ah! I love how we can still see her upstretched hand in the corner there.
I thought you were going to put the hat on.
It's like,
I don't
it's this
think
right here.
anymore. No, it doesn't fit.
Oh, I like it. It looks good.
God.
George.
I don't know what you can see.
You can see her hand doing this.
Can you? I don't know. That looks like Michael Jackson, Thriller.
Yes, it does.
George, you're scaring me.
No, don't be scared until its fingers move a little closer to Kathy.
It starts moving, yeah.
I don't know. Can't get it in here. When it's see it.
Are we ready for Jim?
All this nonsense. He's waiting on us doing nonsense. Yeah.
Jim Donelson.
Oh, Jim's okay with nonsense. He's okay with nonsense.
Yeah, and Jim, I have to apologize because we had postponed the Podsquad. I think we only did it once. It may have been twice, but I am so sorry, Jim. People were on vacation and things were happening. So, and there he is, finally.
All right.
Hi, Jim. Oops, you're muted. Let's see.
Yeah.
Unmute.
Yep.
There you go.
I'm muted now, right?
All right.
Great to see you, Jim. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, thank you guys for having me.
All right.
So-
You're New Bern Roller Hockey.
Oh yeah, yeah. We got a
What
new
is
program,
New Bern Roller Hockey?
very much similar to ice hockey, but just on roller skates. You're doing on roller, so you can either do it on the quads, or you could do it on the inlines. So we have a little bit of both. We're running a program for kids that are 7 to 17. We've been doing it Monday nights at Rollerland from 6 to 8. Right now this week, we're actually running our first summer camp program for the summer. So it's kids that never played before. Maybe they don't even know how to skate. They can come out. We teach them how to skate, teach them how to play. We're getting ready to do our first fall league. So we're going to have a league going on. We're going to have, right now we have about approximately 35 kids, maybe a little bit more total. That will be in our league, from kids that have been playing since October, all the way through, our summer camp program right now. So we have about 21 new kids in our summer camp program right now that we're running. So we started Monday night for our summer camp. We went last night. We go again tonight from 6 to 8 and Monday. So our summer camp program this week will go 4 nights. Then we have a summer camp program in July for 4 nights. The same nights will be Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Monday again. So, that we have to do that because Rollerland has other obligations on Tuesday nights there. So, we can't use it on Tuesday nights, or we would just be doing it Monday through Thursday. But yeah, we're doing really good. We have, first I want to thank our sponsors because, without some of our big sponsors, we wouldn't even be having a summer camp. So, I'm just going to go through them real fast because it's not very many of them. I want to thank United Freedom Group, the Max A team, Mari's fast food truck and the garage, home sales team, Dave Cacararo, Rollerland Eastern Embroidery, who made all of our hats and our shirts that we have and our summer camp shirts, Joe Signs, who made all of our yard signs that we have going out all over the place right now. And also 2 big other thank yous. We have, they're not for summer camp, but they helped us out. 3 Guys Signs made us a banner that's hanging up in Rollerland all the time. And actually one of our biggest supporters is the Norfolk Admirals ice hockey team in Virginia. They have been on Zoom meetings with me throughout the last several months, with support, with guidance, with, the guy that's the community relations has been on Zoom meetings with me, giving me advice, helping. I've always played. I've never been on this side of running a program like this. So it's very different and unique. We are really big on player development. That's our focus on the summer camps. So not only are we teaching, but we're going to be continuing even through our league with teaching. So our leagues in the fall will be on Monday nights. And then what will happen is we will also be having on Thursday nights in the fall, kids that never played that want to try to play again. So it's kind of going to be like our minor league club, I guess you want to say, the kids that never played, instead of putting them in the league necessarily right away, they'll join us on Thursday nights like the rest of the kids are doing now, learn how to skate, learn how to play, and then they'll be able to join us in our spring league because they'll be ready. They'll have enough skill to be ready to participate with us in the spring league that we'll be having. So our big focus in roller hockey here is just like any other sport, is player development. I have 8 coaches besides myself, and all 8 coaches either played roller hockey or they've coached ice hockey on some kind of bigger scale, or they play roller hockey still at this level like I do. So everyone's got, it's really been amazing so far. I started this back in October. We were going every other Monday night from 6 to 8 to start. We had about 14 kids to start with. And from there, it's starting to just really pick up, which is really nice. It's really good for the community. It's really good for the kids. I'm finding a lot of the kids that we get a lot of them are from the north, like I was. My family and I just moved down here last August from Pennsylvania. So we're still new to New Bern as well, down south. We came from Pennsylvania in Harrisburg area. And, hockey is huge in the Northeast, as everybody can pretty much tell. And the only competition in roller hockey you have up there are the ice hockey players. They take away from your roller hockey. Down here, we really have no competition whatsoever, except basically getting the kids to come out and try it. I encourage everybody to come out at least and try it. Our future that we have for this program, besides the fall league, we're going to work on a traveling team. We're going to continue doing learn to play and clinics on Thursdays to help more new kids, want to play. We're also thinking about the possibility of going younger and getting 5 and 6 year olds. They're not going to be skating. They're going to learn to play on feet first. Just get them with a stick in your hand, get them to learn how to pass, learn how to dribble the ball with the stick, and go from there. And and we're also working on getting an adult team and an adult league going as well. So those are our good future things we have going on right now. Without sponsors like some of these guys that have helped us, none of this really, just like in any sport, it really, you're not going to get very far. And without guys like you, that's okay. Without guys like you, helping us, get the word out like this, it doesn't go very far either. So I thank all of you guys for having me on here.
Are your summer camps,
Great.
can people still sign up for them?
Oh yeah. They can come tonight at 6 o'clock if they want and try it out and check it out. We're from 6 to 8 tonight and 6 to 8 Monday are our next 2 nights for camp. And then we'll have another camp in July. So it's July 19th, 21st, 22nd, and 26th or something like that. I have to look at it. It's something like that, but we'll have it all advertised out there on Facebook. That's our biggest thing. Our Facebook page is going to be our biggest thing. We are going to start doing something a little, technology wise, where we're talking about starting a YouTube channel for our hockey club, which is actually going to be hopefully breaking soon. And what will happen is if somebody wants to, let's just say you have a grandson that wants to come play and you send me information off of our Facebook page, which is Bern Roller Hockey. We'll send you a link to our YouTube channel that'll have basic things that they're going to be learning when they're there. So tonight we're hoping to get our first video. We're going to do a live video hopefully tonight from our summer camp. And we're going to do it with our phones and stuff and try to put it up on our Facebook page. So people can go on our Facebook page tonight, hopefully, and be able to watch some of our live practices, our drills, what we're doing, which will be really neat to do. We do have people, I have some of my coaches taking pictures, so I just haven't posted some of our stuff yet. I'm still in the work in progress of learning how to do all this myself. I'm trying to get some of my parents and kids to do that more for me. I can,
Jim, if somebody wants to try it, what sort of equipment do they need to have in advance of coming?
Right. So the only thing I require is a helmet. I want everyone.
So like a bicycle helmet?
Right. Bike helmet, skateboard helmet. That would be, that's what we're looking for. Okay. Because head injuries, that's the last thing I need. So everyone needs a bike helmet. We have sticks, so the kids can borrow sticks. So don't go out and spend all this money because your kids really don't know if that's what they want to do. So just bring a bike helmet, skateboard helmet, come tonight, and check it out, and come out and play. We have sticks, and then they come out. If they need skates, they can get them from Rollerland there too. If they have skates, bring them. That's always the best thing. And if you're going to come out tonight, I advise everyone bring plenty of water. We do a lot of water breaks. It is AC, there is AC in there, but you're sweating. We're doing a lot of skating drills. Hockey is 3/4 skating, and so we do tons of skating drills. No matter what.
Jim, do they need is there like padding? You wear padding when you play?
In the league, they will.
In hockey?
Right. In the league, they're going to need some stuff. So what happens is like tonight, I now know some of my parents that are in the camp are going to be more serious. And then I give them the sheet. I have a connection with Pure Hockey that we've established, and it's a website, and and they have a program called Learn to Play. So they have it where it's very cheap and it's affordable. And then I highlight what they're actually going to be required to have for the league. And it's not everything. It costs like maybe $100 and something for all the stuff that I'm requiring them to have for league. Mainly gloves, a helmet with the cage in the front, because that's what roller hockey has. shin pads for the knees that go all the way down to, where your skates are. If they want elbow pads, that's always a good thing to have too when they fall. And that's predominantly what we're requiring. For goalies, we have goalie equipment already. We've been really blessed with people donating goalie equipment. I have 3 sets of goalie equipment right now. And I have a couple people that donated a bunch of hockey sticks for us. One of my sponsors actually just bought a boatload of equipment for us for this for the league, not for the league, but for the camp here. So we got 22 hockey sticks, another goalie mask. So he spent a lot to help us get this, and without people like that, once again, I mean, it's hard to do anything like what we're doing with this magnitude. So yeah. I mean, I'm really happy the way it's going. I was not really expecting 20-something kids to be part of this at summer camp. I mean, you always get a lot of people interested, and they always keep connecting with us on Facebook, and they say they're going to come, and then just like anything else, they don't show up or something happens, and it's good, it's fine. I mean, but we're going to keep pounding it out there until more people get interested in it, and it's places like you guys that help us get people interested.
Tell folks,
Jim, if people, oh sorry.
Oh, yeah. Probably the same question.
Yeah,
They don't know where Rollerland is. Tell them where it is.
Yeah, it's on Noose Boulevard. So you go down, so where the McDonald's is at the traffic light on Glen Burnie and Noose Boulevard. They have the Burger King, the Wendy's, and the McDonald's all right there at that traffic light. So if you're at the traffic light and the McDonald's is on your right, you turn left at the light and you go straight down towards Bosch Appliances, and it's before Bosch. It's on your right-hand side.
Okay.
And
I was going to ask you if people want to support you either as a sponsor or a donor, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Go on our Facebook page, click on send a message there. On our Facebook page, it's got my number and my personal email on there as well. And or they can just click on send a message and it'll go right to my thing. We're very responsive. I actually have 2 other people that are administrators on our Facebook page. So if I don't, someone else will real fast get back in touch. So, someone's always, usually on there. It's usually me because it goes right to my phone. And I usually try to take care of it. So,
well, Jim, I hate to, we're running out of time, but Jim, I thank you so much. This is wonderful what you're doing because I love hockey. I grew up playing hockey in the snow and, on the streets, and it's so important. It just like any other sport or like George's kids have been in theater. Kids need that outlet and the discipline and what we're teaching. You're not. It's not like hockey, like the big leagues where they're fighting and stuff like that. You teach them, proper things. So thank you. And we will have you back for an update, but thank you so much. It's great finally meeting you. And thank you for your patience.
Definitely. Yeah, thank you. And, and the last thing I guess I want to point out is, that you said it best. I'm going to reiterate it. We don't do checking in this. Okay, so for all the parents that are afraid that we're doing what they see on the TV, it's absolutely opposite. We don't promote the fighting. We're not promoting the checking. They do crash into each other, getting the ball. No, we're not going to lie there. I mean, it happens, but there is no real throwing each other around, and and that it's just we're not trying to ruin the game. We're just trying to have some fun with it.
Yeah, it's all about fun. So, well, Jim, thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Have fun tonight, and I will get down to Rollerland. It's right down the road from my house, so I have no excuse. But
okay.
We'll see you sooner than later. But you have a great afternoon, and good luck tonight. And thanks for joining us.
Yep, thank you. Have a nice 4th of July for everyone too.
Okay, you too. Take care.
You too.
All right, bye.
Thank you.
See you, Jim.
Goodbye.
All right. Gosh.
Yeah.
So
Pretty cool. I never even heard of roller hockey. Like
What?
I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's fun. You guys should try it.
I don't know that I should try it. I think I would be dangerous.
All George than we do.
I think I would be dangerous to myself and others. Yes. Not on purpose, but same reason why I don't go snow skiing. But it looks like a lot of fun, good exercise.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's great. Yeah, it's great exercise, and it's great to see. I love watching little kids, especially the little ones, playing like, football with the big helmet and they're ready to fall over, or just just playing sports, and I don't know. I don't have any kids. Maybe that's why I enjoy it so much. But my neighbor has their kid out there. I think he's four years old, and they got the goalie net set up, and watching them play, it just brings you back to your childhood days. So anyway, and I'm rambling, but okay, we're gonna do the contest. Who's watching? Okay, the question: name a popular toy from the 1960s that walks down the stairs. Anybody? Okay, we'll give you a couple minutes. Let's see, is there some things we wanted to talk about before we
Yeah, well, tonight is the North Carolina Symphony at on the Triumph Palace lawn. So gates open at 5:30 and it starts at 7:30. It's a free concert. Take your blankets and your chairs and go hear the symphony. And that's, and it's a beautiful night. Gosh, it's a beautiful day today.
Yeah, and
it really is.
They haven't been here since the pandemic, right?
Right.
So this is
I think this one and one
deal.
other is one of the first outings that they've had since the pandemic. I read that.
Yeah, I think it's Chapel Hill.
Chapel Hill.
Chapel Hill, I think.
Right.
I did have the weather. I don't know what happened to it, but I think we're supposed to have, touch wood, I think it's going to be a good night, I hope.
Knock wood. Also tonight, the Duffyfield Community Roundtable discussion with New Bern Police Chief Gallagher. Well, that's cool. He's going to be out there at 6 o'clock at the Omega Center. That's at 800 Cedar Street.
Yeah, and he's been the Chief of Police Gallagher and his team, the force, have really been involved in trying to connect and establish community relationships, not establish, but reconnect under his leadership. So I think what he's doing is wonderful, and he's planning on doing this with other communities. It's not just, like 5 Points or, certain communities. It's the ones throughout the New Bern area. So, yeah.
All right. He's busy.
Yeah, he is. And one of my favorite artists, Lee Hood. I should have hung his artwork behind me. It's usually hanging, but he's doing little talks at the Bank of the Arts tonight, and that's at 6 o'clock, and that's with the Craven Arts Council and Gallery. So check them out on Middle Street.
Okay, this says Ed Hood. Is that a different person or a same person?
It's Ed Hood, Lee Hood. It's the same person.
Same person.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
And
Well,
then,
Footloose on the News is back. I think they had to cancel that last week, didn't they?
it was that Joe Brown Band. They rescheduled the Joe Brown Band, but this time it's Adam Pitts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened last week? Was it weather?
It was weather.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
weather. So this is the 25th. It's tomorrow at Union Point Park at 6:30.
Yeah. And then on Saturday, the 26th, Stuff the Truck from 9 to 11 at Fairfield Harbor. And that's an event to benefit the Craven, what is it? Habitat. Yes. So
what are we supposed to stuff it with?
stuff it with your stuff, like any kind of,
Like
anything that is of value to
building
somebody
materials
else.
or like couches and stuff.
Now, I don't know if they take couches, but say you have, say this works. It's a bass fishing game, and
Okay.
Restore could sell this for $1, Well,
There
they
you
make
go.
a
And you can put a
dollar.
lot of those in a truck.
You can put a lot
in
of
a truck.
those.
Those are small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think anything that you want to get rid of, if you got, because they will sell it at the restore, whether it's a chair or
Okay.
whether it's a game.
Yeah.
They'll
When
sell
you
it.
said you were going fishing, Wendy, I didn't know you meant virtually.
yeah, I can go. And
There
then I got a big one. Yeah. You see, you didn't think I really fished. Yeah, I do. Yeah,
We got
we're
one more
getting
on the list.
goofy.
One more on the list. On the 26th. The 26th is Saturday is the Pet and Vet Community Clinic from 1 to 2:30 at New Bern Tractor Supply out there on Martin Luther King. So
Yeah.
if you need, take care for your animals or shots or things like that.
Yeah, have y'all been out there lately?
No, not the Tractor Supply, not in a few weeks.
They've got, if you've never, if visitors are watching and you've never been, they've got all kinds of stuff from like nursery to just like clothes, pet equipment, pet stuff, all kinds of stuff. So bird seed, yeah, the whole everything, all that kind of stuff. And it's the first week of summer grilling season cookout fundraiser. And that's brand new, I think, at the New Bern Farmers Market on Saturday. So that's neat. Who's going for barbecue?
I don't know. I usually go to see what kind of vegetables I can turn up, sort of, so to speak.
So you need to bring your family there, George.
I don't
And
know.
enjoy that barbecue.
Yeah, I think I'll go Saturday morning. So they're going to be cooking there, or is just
It's
cooking on Saturday morning?
It's a grilling season cookout fundraiser from 8 to 2.
Okay.
So yeah, it sounds interesting. I think that's the first time they've had it because I've followed the farmers market for a long time. And
Sounds like it's going to
that's
smell.
fun.
You know that?
Yeah, that will.
Yeah.
People be flocking to the
That's
smell.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And what else? Okay, let's do the contest answer. So anybody?
You got a guess, Kathy?
I know what the answer is.
Okay,
I think I know the answer.
Let's do the
Yeah.
question real quick in case
Oh.
people missed it. It's name a popular toy from the 1960s that walks down the stairs.
You got to sing the answer, George.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Slinky is Slinky. It's fun for a girl and a boy. It's my favorite toy. Maybe.
Wow! I didn't think you were old enough to remember that. Holy cow, George.
I remember Slinkies. They never really walked down the stairs, though. Did you ever get them to go all the way downstairs? I could get them like 3 stairs. Then they'd kind of like,
And then it goes kaboom. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But
That
now
was
they're
really
plastic
good.
steel. They started out being metal and now they're plastic.
Yes.
Are they plastic
I think
now?
the metal ones probably worked better. I
Yeah.
think metal ones probably worked better with the weight of them. Yeah.
God.
It'd be interesting to know what that started life as. Like it was probably some sort of project in an engineering firm for some sort of like heating duct or something. And then like somebody took it home and their kids started walking it down the stairs or something, right? Probably wasn't designed as a toy.
No,
I'd love to know the history of the Slinky.
We'll look into that. The history of a Slinky. Yeah.
It's not nearly as popular as their first effort, which was the Stinky. And it would kind of stink up the stairs. It was like wasn't as much fun.
Wasn't.
You remember that one?
Yeah, it was covered with oil and gunk. Yeah, it was no good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. Nobody got the answer to that but George. Gee.
Yeah, nobody got the answer.
Yeah.
Wow, they could have won a gift certificate.
Yeah, a real cool gift certificate.
Yeah, a real from, I'm not going to say the business, Mitchell Hardware.
No.
Yeah,
I'm glad you didn't mention Mitchell Hardware.
no,
I bet they sell Slinkies there, don't
They
they?
might.
Maybe.
maybe.
Mine.
They
Yeah,
don't
well,
sell Stinkies.
No,
They don't sell stinkies.
no
nobody
stinkies.
does. Nobody does.
No, nobody does. No, those aren't really for sale.
Okay.
Okay, I think we're a little giddy. I think we get giddy on Thursdays because we know Friday is coming in the weekend.
Friday's coming.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
there we go.
So
That's right.
Thursday's a good day to have a podcast. So a
Yep.
video
Yeah.
slash podcast slash radio show. So like, what do you call this? I could say
Multimedia
talk.
extravaganza.
That's a good one. Yeah, it's because it's better than a talk show, because a talk show is like gossip or something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't like the name talk show. So I like that, George. And if you have information, send us your announcements. Every Thursday we do Between the Bridges, which is celebrating people's birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, retirements, and unfortunately in memoriam for people, and just from birth to death, to celebrate our neighbors and our loved ones. So send us the information and or any other stories, or become a contributing writer by emailing us at info@newbernnow.com, or give me a call at 259-6853 if you have any suggestions or recommendations. I am open to anything. I got an email the other day from someone after I did a video of the New Bern, Buff City of New Bern, the soap place. Have you guys been? It's on Martin Luther King. Oh my gosh, you got to go. It's a soap making. It's a makery where they have
A makery?
It's a this you got to bring.
Is that
the
like
whole
a bakery?
family.
Like a soap bakery?
But it's a makery. Yes, it's the first in North Carolina, and it's Buff City, and it's the first one in North Carolina. You've got to see it. You've got to see it. It's next to Walmart.
What is Buff City? What does that refer to? Is that another nickname for New Bern? Buff City?
No, it's I'm guessing buff, like if you, well, not like you're buff, but you buff like a car or soap, or I don't know, buff your skin. I don't know what it stands for. I should have known that, because I talked to the manager over there, but they had like a whole tour of the different stations. They've got a men's area, they have children's, women's, a laundry area. It's like Laura described it as like walking into what would be Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, but a soap factory. It's just the energy was just like it was bizarre, but it was like a positive energy. So you have to experience. It's an experience, because I'm not a big shopper. To be honest, I don't like going shopping, but this was not shopping. This was like, wow, that's really cool. Like, you got to
What's it
check
near,
it out.
Wendy?
It's right
how do we find
next to. It's on Martin Luther King, next to Walmart. So it's right
In that
between that and Books A Million, is it? It's in that strip there. So you gotta see it. It's really cool. And they have little gift boxes for $5, and that's pretty much any time. And I think they're called mystery boxes. So you gotta check it out. It's just another new local business. So and join us. We're going to be back before the 4th of July, because we'll be talking about all the 4th of July, and I'm going to ask Colleen if she can come back for the 4th of July so she can tell us about it. If she can't join us for the whole show, hopefully she'll be back for 5-10 minutes maybe. I know she's got a lot on her plate right now, and so we'll be back on July 1st from 1 to 2, and as we Zoom live on New Bern Now's Facebook page. The video and audio will be uploaded to newbernnow.com, YouTube, iTunes, anywhere you can find your podcast. And it's going to be also on New Bern's News Talk radio station, WNOS 103.9 FM, every Wednesday at 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. And thank you, Mike and Daryl and everyone at the station for supporting us all these years. We really appreciate it. So yeah, and I really appreciate Kathy and George and the Pod Squad.
Yeah.
Because it's a team. It takes all
That's
of
right.
us. So
It's a squad.
it's the squad. It's the pod squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buff City.
Buff City. Let's go.
All right. Give us.
Oh, we're going fishing.
Whoops.
Boom. That's a wrap, folks. We're hauling in
Oh.
fish that go from this big to that big over the course of the story. Right.
My fish was this big. Oh,
No
yeah.
big marlins. No big marlins here.
No
so,
big rock, little rock tournament.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Bye, guys. See you soon.
Have a great weekend. Thanks for listening, everyone.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.